it's interesting to see whether this defense is going to be able to figure anything out or whether they'll make Phillip Rivers look like a match for Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense, which it shouldn't be.
How's our financial plan coming?
Super! Chris, any advice?
With Western and Southern, preparing for your financial future can be easier than you think. Favorite receiver?
Huh?
To get started, visit westernsouthern.com.
We're all taking Kansas City in this one, but why? I mean, the Chargers are 2 weeks away, 2 weeks removed from essentially demoralizing the Packers.
Yeah, what the hell was with that, though?
I don't know.
It didn't make any sense.
Was that just like the Packers no-showed and then Rodgers called out all his teammates, like they just didn't show up?
I think there are a sequence of games every year that just make no logical sense. But football is a close enough game.
Yeah, and 80% of them are Titans games.
Yes.
And then the rest of the league gets 20% of them.
Right. But football is a game that relies on small enough sample sizes and individual plays here or there where freaky results can happen in a way they don't necessarily with other sports.
You know what's fun for the picks is the Titans aren't playing this week, so
yes,
it's like you can avoid that headache.
Derwin is 2 games away from coming back. Week 13, apparently, is when he's supposed to
just sit out the rest of the season at that point, man.
No, you want Derwin back on the field.
I would play him at tight end opposite Hunter Henry.
Huh. Okay.
Chiefs defense has to figure something out at some point.
Yes.
Or it's going to be a lost season.
Well, yeah, so the Chiefs defense is bad enough right now that it completely negates the advantage that the offense gives them.
Yeah.
Like, it's bad enough that any offense they face looks as good as the Kansas City offense, which is ridiculous because it shouldn't. So does the Chiefs defense figure something out this week, or does it make Phillip Rivers and the Chargers offense look every bit as good as the Chiefs offense?
Rivers is so weird right now, too. He's coming off that game that he seems to have every year where it's like, why are you chucking it to the defense left and right and all that stuff? But he is still, I was recently going through a whole bunch of plays throughout the year. He's still got plays where it's like guys in his face and he's flipping it and he's feeling it. Like, as much as everybody wants to just create narratives when guys are going to fall off the cliff and all that stuff, and it's easy to say Phillip Rivers, because he's been in the league for a while, he's losing it. I don't think he's got like slight deterioration of physical skills, but he's still more than capable of making all the throws he's made through the years. He still stands in there and tries to, like all that stuff. Like, we saw Eli deteriorate and also just made fewer throws and fewer throws and fewer throws.
Yeah.
But there were still times he could like look reasonable. Like Rivers is a step above him and still kind of maintain that, if that all makes sense. Like, he's still capable.
So last year, his 2 games against Kansas City were almost exactly the same grade. 74.9 in week 1 and 73.9 in week 15. His stats were really good. 424 yards in the first game, 300 plus in the second game, both over 8 yards per attempt. But they were basically 2 reasonably average games for Rivers. But so that was a bad defense as well. Like, it's kind of the same old story for the Chiefs.
He made one of the throws of the season in the second game. 4th down, anticipation post, was Travis Benjamin. Just like threw it like way before his break, put it right on him. I mean, he made some big throws in that second matchup.
Yeah, there were 3 interceptions across those 2 games as well. So, I mean, basically it's interesting to see whether this defense is going to be able to figure anything out or whether they'll make Phillip Rivers look like a match for Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense, which it shouldn't be.
Yeah, I think it'll be a shootout again. I think that's what we're going to see.
I think that's going to be every game.
And the Chargers won the second matchup against the Chiefs last year. They got a little bit of pressure on Mahomes, especially late. They had a key sack. They kept it close throughout the game and then just made a few key plays in the fourth quarter. And if there is a coverage unit, I know they're not the same that they've been coming into the year, but if there is one that could potentially slow down the Chiefs, the Chargers have, they've got some personnel to do it.
They do, though, again, like everybody, they don't have anyone that can cover Tyreek Hill.
They do not. But, division game, see where it lands.
Mm-hmm. I am picking Kansas City, as is everybody.
I am too. Chargers are only 18th in coverage this year, but it's like, again, I'm saying like they're high-end stuff. Capable.
They've definitely got the ability to get better than that. They just haven't been yet.
Mahomes was pretty awesome last week. Still left a couple. I feel like I know he threw for 400. He still has like a monster game in him
somewhere
that he hasn't played yet.
He's the guy that, so because he makes all the spectacular plays, I think everybody overlooks the stuff that's manufactured for him.
Yeah.
So
it's almost like He gets you to a baseline. And then you get Andy Reid's play calling. And right there, you're at Pro Bowl level. What? Stacked bar graph paints this picture perfectly.
Yeah, it might do for anyone who can see it.
Because if you have Mahomes...
For anyone that's listening, less so.
I'm describing it. And then if you have Mahomes' great ability and you don't have a great play caller, then you just don't get to that next level. Go ahead, sorry.
What the hell was I saying?
They overlook the easy stuff.
Yeah. So somebody, you talk about quarterbacks, everybody wants to find the reason that they suck, right?
Yeah.
So somebody was bitching about Drew Brees. Like, he's never thrown a deep ball, yada, yada. Drew Brees has a higher percentage of his passing yards this season that have come through the air as opposed to after the catch than Patrick Mahomes has.
Huh.
So Patrick Mahomes, you know what I mean? Like everyone thinks of Patrick Mahomes, this guy firing deep bombs left, right, and center, but a higher percentage of his plays or his passing yards have come after the catch than Drew Brees.
I didn't realize that.
Like Patrick Mahomes gets a ton of stuff manufactured for him. Now, again, like there's nuance to this, right? That doesn't mean Patrick Mahomes is a complete product of the system. He then adds all these crazy plays, the outside of structure stuff, the deep bombs, all this stuff. But the two of them are working together, and I think because he makes all the spectacular plays, everyone just forgets about the other stuff. It's like, well, it didn't even happen. It's all Patrick Mahomes. Whereas realistically, it's both those things working together, and that's why the offense is as good as it is.
And again, the difference between Mahomes this year and last year is he didn't miss a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
He didn't miss a lot of the easy stuff last year. This year he has been
even
at a higher rate.
I think last week, the Mecole Hardman thing, it's a decent play, but he then turns that into something insane by burning everybody alive and just screaming down the sideline. I think generally people ignore a lot of what Patrick Mahomes gets created for him because of the high-end stuff that he does.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think it'll be an awesome Monday night matchup.
Hopefully.
You want to get rid of me and get back to more great PFF YouTube content? All you have to do is push that button right there and subscribe. Thanks for watching.